Flamingo feathers, why are they pink? The vibrant pink hue of flamingos is truly remarkable, isn't it? For years, people assumed they were born that color, but that simply isn't the case. Flamingos are actually born with grayish, white feathers. The incredible transformation to their signature pink comes entirely from their diet. Stick around. You're about to learn something wild. But first, tap like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next mind. These birds consume algae and brine, shrimp, tiny crustaceans, which contain pigments called carotenoids. Carotenoids are also found in carrots and tomatoes. They're responsible for the orange color in those vegetables, too. As flamingos digest these foods, the carotenoids accumulate within their feathers, gradually turning them pink over time. The intensity of the pink depends on how much carotenoid rich food a flamingo consumes, meaning some individuals are a deeper rose color than others. It's an amazing example of how diet directly impacts appearance. It's a common misconception that flamingos are born pink. They actually emerge into the world covered in grayish, white feathers. The vibrant hues we associate with these birds, the rosy reds, the deep oranges, even the purples, aren't genetically determined. They're entirely due to their diet. Flamingos filter feed, consuming algae and small crustaceans like brine shrimp that contain carotenoid pigments. These same pigments are also found in carrots and tomatoes. Just as those pigments give color to fruits and vegetables, they accumulate within a flamingo's feathers as it grows, gradually transforming its appearance over time. A young flamingo might not show any pink until it's several months old, depending on the richness of carotenoids in its food source. Flamingos get their signature pink color from their diet. It's truly remarkable. They primarily feed on tiny organisms like brine shrimp and blue-green algae that thrive in the salty waters they inhabit. These little creatures contain carotenoid pigments, which are naturally red, orange, and yellow. Think of them as nature's own version of what you find in carrots or tomatoes. Those vibrant colors come from carotenoids too. As flamingos consume these shrimp and algae, their bodies process and deposit these pigments into their feathers, gradually transforming them into the beautiful rosy hues we recognize. Once those carotenoids are ingested, they don't just disappear. They're actually absorbed into the flamingo's bloodstream and transported throughout its body. The real magic happens when these pigments reach the feathers themselves. Each feather is made up of cells called keratinocytes, and it's within these very cells that the carotenoids get deposited. Think of it like tiny packages of pink goodness being carefully stored inside each individual feather, giving them their vibrant color. Have you ever noticed how flamingos are such a vibrant pink? It's truly remarkable. The intensity of that color isn't just random, it's directly linked to what they eat. Flamingos don't inherently have pink feathers. They're actually born with pale, grayish plumage. That beautiful pink hue comes from pigments called carotenoids, which are found in algae and small crustaceans like brine shrimp. When a flamingo consumes these food sources, the carotenoids become incorporated into their feathers as they grow, gradually transforming them to that stunning shade of pink. A diet abundant in these pigments leads to brighter, more vibrant plumage, while a less rich diet results in a paler bird. It's a fascinating example of how nutrition directly impacts appearance. It's quite remarkable to observe flamingo chicks. They actually start out looking very different from the vibrant pink birds we're familiar with. These young flamingos, also called chicks, are typically a soft gray or even white color. That beautiful pink hue that defines adult flamingos doesn't appear immediately. It develops over time as they consume their diet of algae and small crustaceans rich in carotenoids. Carotenoids are natural pigments, much like those found in carrots, and the more these young birds ingest, the more intensely colored their feathers become. It's a fascinating example of how nutrition directly impacts appearance. It's quite remarkable how flamingos achieve their vibrant pink hue. It's not something they're born with, it comes entirely from their diet. But simply eating carotenoid-rich algae and shrimp isn't enough. Flamingos possess a truly unique digestive system, perfectly adapted to extract every last bit of pigment. They have specialized compartments in their guts, almost like an extra stomach, where colonies of bacteria live. These aren't just any bacteria. They're specifically designed to break down the tough cell walls of algae and other food sources, releasing those valuable carotenoids for absorption into the flamingo's bloodstream. This incredible symbiotic relationship allows them to not only survive, but thrive on a diet that would be largely indigestible for most birds. That vibrant pink color we see on flamingos isn't just about aesthetics, it's a powerful signal in their lives, especially during breeding season. The intensity of the pink directly reflects their diet. The pigments from algae and crustaceans they consume accumulate within their feathers. A brighter, more saturated hue demonstrates exceptional health and access to quality food sources. During courtship displays, male flamingos will actively show off this coloration to potential mates, essentially saying, "I'm thriving, I'm strong, choose me." Females carefully assess these visual cues, selecting partners with the most impressive plumage as indicators of superior genetic fitness for their offspring. The vibrant pink we associate with flamingos isn't just inherent to their species, it's heavily influenced by their diet and environment. Flamingos obtain their color from carotenoids, pigments found in the algae and small crustaceans they consume. These pigments are essentially what give carrots their orange hue, and similarly, they're responsible for flamingo pinkness. However, the availability of these carotenoids isn't constant, it fluctuates depending on environmental conditions. For instance, water salinity levels can impact algal bloom density. Fewer blooms mean less food and a paler flamingo. Similarly, certain types of algal blooms contain higher concentrations of specific carotenoids than others, leading to variations in color intensity across different flamingo populations. You might see flamingos in one region with a deep, rosy pink, while those in another area appear much more pale or even orange, all due to subtle differences in their food sources and the surrounding environment. It's fascinating to consider that a flamingo's iconic pink color isn't something they're born with. It's actually a result of their diet. Flamingos are filter feeders. They consume algae and small crustaceans like brine shrimp, which contain carotenoid pigments, the same pigments found in carrots and tomatoes. These pigments get absorbed into the flamingo's bloodstream and then deposited into feathers during growth. The intensity of the pink color directly correlates with the amount of these carotenoids a flamingo consumes. A diet rich in them leads to deeper, brighter hues, while a less vibrant diet results in paler shades. Interestingly, young flamingos are actually born with gray or white plumage. They only develop their characteristic pink coloration as they mature and incorporate those pigments into their feathers over time.